Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Jets, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Cousins again. Wilson's got it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. To throw, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. This is caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put over shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Lance.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a deep blow there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Ever I've seen this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Pass complete to Moore.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Jets continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it with basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Able to find Gray here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Lance. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Finding Gray on the out route.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Lance. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
On a slant, here's Collins. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. So nothing doing there, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Lance. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Lance. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
There's another example. They're playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Lance. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And some room to maneuver.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Play fake. Cousins.
He finds Wilson.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
From 13 yards out.
And the Jets are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. This pass out wide to Hall.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to face a third down.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter.
The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devontae Parker, 31 yards.
And the Jets are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Running left, it's Hall.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One more time with Hall.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Brought down by Devin Harper. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is Parker, complete. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They put it down very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
And they take a knee. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
it.